Hello, welcome back to the ministry. So here's my next word. Something came to me while I was just sitting in prayer with the Lord. Now, for some reason, it just came to me as a thought process that when you love a person and when you don't love an individual, if you truly love an individual, you will want happiness for them. You will want them to thrive in life. You will want them to be where they need to be in order to have the fullest amount of growth and the best amount of an outcome in their life because you love and that you care for an individual. You see, I grew up in a household where my mother was a very strict woman, and she was strict in the sense that if I ever told her that I lied about something, I was gonna get my butt whooped in such ooh. To this day, I remember what them butt whoopings felt like. One time, she put one of them whoopings on me. That the belt she used hit me in the eye by accident, and I ended up with an injury to my eye. And no, she wasn't a maliciously beaten type person. It was just the belt slip. You know when you had them old parents, the older parents, some of y'all, it was your grandparents that used to do this kind of stuff to you. When you didn't never want to get whooped by that person. I only got about 8 of these severe beatings before I got the point. Point being, I grew up with that kind of mama. So when it comes down to lying about stuff, I remember those beatings. And I'm like, I don't lie to folks. Because I get that sinking, disturbed feeling in my stomach that says I can't lie to nobody. So the thought of being in a relationship with somebody that I'm lied to, my brain doesn't quite understand. How can you lie to somebody like that? I don't understand. Let alone cheat on somebody. How you cheat on somebody like that? I remember when I was in my previous relationship years ago, that person told me that somebody had cheated on them, and I thought I was safe with them because I was like, well, somebody cheated on you, so you know how it feels, so you won't do that to somebody else. This person ended up cheating on me. I've been cheated on. I wouldn't want to cheat on nobody else. Why in the world? You understand what I'm saying? Why in the world would cheat, lie, steal? Why would you ever want to steal something from somebody? There was somebody I used to know, and they had the audacity to say this, and they was expressing their feelings, and when they were honest about this stuff, I had to be honest about whether I want to still deal with them as an associate in any capacity, because they made the point of saying this. They said that they wouldn't mind being in a relationship where they took the other person's money and stored it away and then used it to go and do what they wanted, but still wouldn't tell them where they were going. I'm like, that is the most lioness, untruthful, ungodly type thing to do, because you're not supposed to lie in a relationship. You are messing up with loyalty and trust with that fact in a relationship. If you could just go off and do what you want, go off and do, and then use the guise of saying, I'm doing what God said. I don't care who you say that to. If you had to explain that to your spouse, your partner, your whoever, the first thing that person's going to think is you cheating on me because of the fact that you took my money, you put it away, and you left without telling me where you was going, and then won't tell me now that you're there where you at and why you're there. What are they supposed to think? So why am I making this point? Because we've seen a multiple of marriages in gossip columns talk about how they got divorced because the husband found out that this woman had a stash of money. Why am I saying all of this? It was put on my heart. It's like there gotta be a level of trust in your relationship. The firmness of a foundation of a marriage needs to be on the fact that you love, you're loyal, and you're trustworthy with the individual that you're with. Some people don't know how to be this way with another person. Some people will rather bicker and argue back and forth. And you realize that when you bicker and argue with a person, you are slowly destroying that person. You're chipping away at their soul, literally. But it also takes a strong person to say, I'm not going to continue to be abused like this. This is why I don't understand. There are people that will literally get into a relationship with a person because they just wanted their money. And I never understood that. Because I'm like, I'm the type of person, and I'm 100% real talk. If I saw a bunch of zeros behind a numeric value, I'm like, there's too many zeros. I'm going to need for you to balance that out for me, because I don't want to ruin your money. I'm going to back away over here in this corner because I'm not messing your situation up. There are other people that would sit there and like, oh, I'm going to give you access to this man. Kidney candy store. They figuring out how they can spend it all. I'm that person. I'm going to back away a little bit. I'm going to need you to tell me what you want me to do because I'm not. There are people that would literally, may God forbid anything happen to you, that you're in a relationship with this person that is counting your coins. If something happens to you, they are calling your insurance company to find out if your life insurance policy is going to cover them when you pass on. And you ain't dead yet. There are individuals. It's like, why would you get involved with? I can't even fathom, and I'm being 100%, laying in a bed with somebody, spending my time with somebody, and I don't care if they're there or not. Are you hearing me? How can you be in a relationship with somebody and not care if they're there or not? All you care about is the fact that you have access to their capital. Period. I'm going to miss you when you're not there. I'm going to take care of you when you are there. And God forbid anything happen to you, I'm going to be torn and heartbroken if you can't come back to me. Because you gone. I can't fathom an individual calculating your coins to figure out how they're going to be able to use your money when you're gone. Because they never loved you in the first place. If I'm with you, the last thing I'm concerned about is what's going to happen when you're gone. Or how am I going to be taken care of when you're gone? If you were gone, I'd be more torn over the fact that you're not here than the money. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff will be happening if you. I'd be more torn about the fact that I can't wake up next to you no more. I can't share moments with you. I can't hear your laughter. I can't hear your voice. I can't. Now, if you had just such a horrible relationship, why would you want anything from them anyway? And this was just something that was bothering me because of the fact that there are so many people. And I was listening to something yesterday that Heart of Ruth was saying, and the person was talking about that the way that these people, this is why loving of money is so dangerous. Because people will do anything if they covet money more than people. Relationship with people. They will do anything to maintain the connection to the money. And that's what the counterfeits problem has been. They've been trying to do whatever it is that they could to connect with the money. They hate you because you have connection to the person and the money. When the person comes to you, the money is too. And they want that. So they would do all this witchcraft, all this manipulation, all this, because they don't even want the person. They just want the access to the money. Person was telling a story of the fact of, I'll give it to you like this. Y'all remember the Medea film? And in Medea, it was the family reunion, and how that mother vindictively was doing all she could to pull out all the stops to get her daughter, who was being viciously beaten by this man. And she wasn't even married to him. And the woman was saying, you got to do what you got to do in order to make sure that you're taken. Not if you're dead. Not if you're dead. You should never be in a situation where your life has no value to the person you're sitting next to. There are people in high places that literally, your life means so little to you that if they could get a sign off on a certain sheet of paper, contractually come into an agreement, they would take your assets and kill you off just to get the money off of your residual royalties. And in some cases, that was what the counterfeit would do. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, what do you benefit from that? Is the royalty, because I'll be real with you, royalties, and this is from a business acumen sake, royalties are only as much as can continue to be acquired throughout this individual's life. It's going to stagnate when the person dies because of the fact that, yeah, it'll be a stipend amount, but it can no longer grow because the person's no longer there. Understand what I'm saying? Meaning no other streams can be created, no other income can be created, and it can only be released out in supplemental portion until it's gone, because it's not going to continue to be able to make residual income off of that. And if it is, it's going to be a minimal amount, because after everybody got they cut, lawyers, tax people, the people that manage, the people that are going to be taking care of the business acumen, what's left after that, it ain't going to be much left, because the money isn't still coming in. So that means that the money that is in each stipend amount that is being released has to take care of what needs to be taken care of, meaning you're going to end up with the smallest dwindled amount afterwards. So what's the benefit of the person not being there? Because it was more of an asset for them to be alive than not to be alive. So I still don't understand why a person would be more concerned about money. But people think like that. Because think about what happened in that movie, Medea Family Reunion. The mama was sitting there. She was the one that was trying to get the daughter to stay with the dude because it was the fact of the matter. He had money and she had spent up the girl's inheritance. It's like, the best thing that girl did was at the end of the film saying that I can't stay with this man no more. He verbally abuses me and he physically abuses me. And some of your spouses went through some of these types of things. Some of them were verbally abused, and some, and you know them women that will throw stuff at men. They will throw stuff. They will put their fingers in their faces. They will just verbally disrespect this man. But we all up in their pockets like that. It's like, what kind of mess is this to do to an individual? It just pisses me off at the thought of it. I don't understand how you can have somebody in your life that you want to thoroughly disrespect. This is just me having a conversative moment with you guys. Thoroughly disrespect and then want their money. And people do it all the time. Because they love the money, not the individual. This is what the love of money will do for you. It will make you do the weirdest, buy, lie, cheat, steal, and sometimes kill. Because you love the money. But what does it benefit a person? And this is the scripture that the Lord brought to my attention when I was debating as to whether I was going to record this or not. What does it profit a man to have the whole world and lose your soul? So you got the money. So you got what you can get with your lust of your eye, the pride of life. What did you really get from that? So you got the cash. So you got the association. But if this person died tomorrow, you wouldn't care. This is the difference between being a caring, loving spouse and a counterfeit. You gonna want the person. If that person walked into your life, tell me the truth. If you loved this spouse, I'm talking about love this spouse. If the person walked into your life today and said, I don't got a dime to my name, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do you love them? As I'm about to tell you something that the Lord showed me. When the Lord showed me my spouse over, 8 years ago, He showed me in the same seat that I'm sitting in right now. I had an open vision of my spouse sitting at the counter, and he looked up at me, and I could see he was under distress because something he was going through. And I heard very clearly from the Lord, can you love him like this? The counterfeit will never love them like that, because the counterfeit don't love them. The man walked to you and said, I ain't got a dime to my name. I don't know what I'm going to do. But that's the first thing that the Lord said to me. He said, can you love them like this? I said, absolutely. It took me a while to figure out what I was saying absolutely to, but I'm like, now, after everything that I walked through and experienced, I get it. And I'm like, people just start over. We both got skills. We both got capabilities. We start over, whatever it is that the Lord wanted. Because you love them a base or a bound. You love them whether they got the money or they don't have a dime to their name. You love them. And that's the problem between you and the counterfeit. The counterfeit, if they found out tomorrow that your spouse didn't have no money to their name, they would walk off and leave them for somebody that did. Because they wasn't in it for loving them in the first place. They was in it for having attachment to what they had, for the status of them. And some people, even if the person didn't have money but had status, they would have still stayed with them because of the status associated with them. Me, person come to me tomorrow and said, I don't have no money, I don't have no status, I don't have nothing, but what I do have is this. We gonna work with what you got, boo. Let's go. So that was pretty much my spiel. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose your soul? This person would have attempted to gain status, gain finances, gain whatever it is by being associated, inheritance, legacy, money, whatever it is that they felt that they, but stole, lied, cheated, all this kind of stuff to maintain it. But what is it? Profit to have all that, but their soul's gone. And that's what the counterfeit did. So I still got another work for you, and I'm gonna come back